guys. So we are back with the council. And last time we finished episode 3, I think. Episode 3. We opened the thing and we were about to go into what looked like some kind of big cave. Oh, manuscripts. Oh, I haven't found all of them. That's poopy.
I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better. If you don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de
For the
Richet.
good of all, huh?
There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
That was kind of weird because Peru was there and he's definitely dead. He shot himself in the head. Episode 4, Burning Bridges.
I don't know, but we better not hang around.
We better keep our guard up. What did she think she was going to find behind the door? Yeah, we better keep our guard up.
Be careful, Mother. As if me saying that will make any difference. Knowing Mortimer, I wouldn't be surprised if he rigged his crypt with traps.
So you think the door is not enough?
Do you want to wager your other hand?
You've got a point there. We have to find that weapon. What do you know about the Holy Lance?
The what?
The Lance of Longinus the Centurion.
The spear?
Yes. The centurion that pierced the side of Christ with his lance. That weapon naturally became a holy relic.
Exactly.
Seriously? You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events. I'm not saying that everything adds up, but imagine if it really did exist.
Very well. Now what?
Well, now you know what you need to find.
Pardon?
I have to get to the wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But hang on.
Louis, let's first get to safety. We shall come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You take care of getting the lance. It's imperative.
The upper
I'll take care
hand.
of preparing our departure.
Hang on. At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well, you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
Hang on a second.
What's the matter?
Why did you shoot Emily's sister?
Do you really think now is the right time for this?
I want to know.
I want to know, Mother. Why did you betray her?
Listen, Louis. I don't think you've really understood my interest in the Al-Azif. It's not just simple curiosity about some old relic.
You tried to kill her.
And I had no choice, for crying out loud. It must not fall into the hands of the demons, or we are all doomed, don't you see? Listen, I don't know exactly what it contains, but I prefer to be one step ahead. If they want it, there must be a reason. And even if I don't know what it is, I want to stop them for safety's sake, no matter what.
Nothing will stop you if I understand correctly. Not
Enough, Louis. If you could see the extent of their power as I do, then you would understand what I'm saying.
All right, we'll do it your way.
One more thing.
Okay.
If they find you in possession of the lance, they won't let you get away with it. Choose only one and hide it under your jacket so you don't get caught with it. Then run and meet me on the wharf.
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Good. And
Choose
go talk
one.
to Piaggi. He's the one who probably knows the most about this.
Choose one, which obviously is supposed to be the real one. But there's so many. Oh, God. Well, let's go left first.
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III. Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter.
Oh. I can translate. I know that name.
Pope from the Middle Ages who inspired the Third Crusade. He gave the Roman people the power to elect their magistrates.
What does it say?
Clemens III. Clément III in French.
Clément III.
His tomb ended up here and not in the Vatican.
Yeah.
This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient. Stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really well preserved.
In case you were wondering what I was snacking on, I have these ghosty sugar cookies. I couldn't choose between the ghosts and the pumpkins, but the ghosts looked cuter.
This one has no name. I wonder who it was for.
Does have no name. I can't inspect it any further. It is dark in here. Oh, what's that? Examine.
I can see that this spear has a so-called leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. I can see the tip is engraved with the symbol of the Eye of Ra.
The Eye of Ra, then that means it wouldn't be... Yeah, that would be Egyptian. That wouldn't be what I'm looking for. That is a drop-off. Hopefully all the lances have some kind of marking, like to indicate where they're from. Pull up on Devil's Thorn. I should probably actually have been using Devil's Thorn. I just never really felt a need to, because I thought that I had kept pretty good track of everyone's vulnerabilities and immunities, but I don't know, with Peru especially, I kept forgetting that he was immune to questioning. Let's look at you. Examine.
I can see this lance has a leaf shape. It's gold rimmed, and a fish is engraved on the tip.
A fish. No name on this one. Oh, there's another lance.
can see that this lance has a leaf shape.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's in gold. I can see that a crucifix is engraved on the tip, just barely visible.
I really doubt that a guard would have a gold spear. So even if that one did have a crucifix on it, I don't think that that's the one, because it's gold.
Let's take a look at this lance here. It has a very special leaf shape. It is copper rimmed, and I can see a fish symbol engraved on the tip.
That one's different.
I can see this lance has a spear shape. It is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
Oh, here's another one.
This lance has a leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. The symbol of the Christian fish is engraved on the tip.
So, those are the Christian fish, not just any fish.
I can see that this lance has a so-called leaf shape. It is clearly made of iron, and I can make out a sun engraved on the tip.
There is a royal jelly right there, and I want it. Lord
Sarcophagus
Mortimer.
of Lord Mortimer.
Which Lord Mortimer?
It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here.
Ugh. Inspected in detail?
It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here.
I can use a Carmelite water and then do that.
Ha! Great. Now let's see what's inside. The sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer. Let's see what we can find here. Ha! Great. Now let's see what's inside.
Oh, so I can't, like, take the stuff anymore? That sucks. So there was no body in it. How does one get up there? Whoa. Well, I guess I am gonna go talk to Hiaji, and see if I can figure out which lance is the lance. Because I was instructed to only take one. What's that one?
Flavius Aetius. I remember. He was the Roman general who defeated Attila and his hordes in the terrible battle of the Catalaunian plains. Flavius Aetius, the one they call the last of the Romans. He was assassinated by his own emperor, who was jealous of all his victories. But how did he end up here?
How indeed, Louis. Oh, that's Devil's Thorn. Ugh. What was this place? Oh. It's cool, I'll just leave the door open. Oh, Magical Tech. I believe you will like this game. So, we are this guy. This is Louis. Oh god, that was a very close up of Louis's chest. So, it is a game about mystery. There's some political intrigue. There's puzzles. There's choices that actually affect the outcome of things. I got it on Steam. It was on sale for like $10. I think the normal price is about $30. And at first it was just like normal historical fiction, mystery stuff, political every now and then, and just recently we have discovered that there is some supernatural business happening. But you get to meet some people that you might know, like Napoleon Bonaparte and George Washington. What supernatural business? Do you want me to spoil it for you? Because if you're gonna play, then you might not want it spoiled. Upstairs we go. I want to talk to this servant. He stands out.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Oh, he doesn't want to talk to me. Napoleon is supernatural due to his height. Yes, yes he is. That's that guy.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Wait. Which one is that? That's Napoleon's room. I am looking for Cardinal Piaggi. Manuel Godoy. That's my room. Cardinal Piaggi. Oh god, I finally get to go in his room.
The Cardinal's not in his room. And I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
I've been wanting to come into this room like the entire game to figure out what he's hiding. So your host, like the guy who owns this mansion, where is he? This guy, Lord Mortimer. You find out that like all of his ancestors back until the like 1100s were all named William, and all of them had only sons. And this guy has been influencing like how the world works, basically. And you find out from your mother, who should have been played by Maggie Smith. I really wish that Maggie Smith was my mother. Yeah, so she says that he's a demon and that he's like switching bodies. And so now I feel like he wants my body. She hasn't said that he wants my body, but I'm the youngest dude here. I feel like he wants my body. Anyway, I'm gonna snoop in the Cardinal's room and look for secrets. What are you hiding, Your Eminence?
My dear Giuseppe, poor health forbids me from joining you. Please thank Sir Gregory for his invitation to Lord Mortimer's. I'm convinced you'll be able to strengthen our agreements. Please tell Sir Gregory that his enterprise concerning our friend, Cardinal Bishop Chiaramonti, is following its course. I place my trust in you. May God bless you and give you protection. SS Giovanni Angelico Braschi.
Oh, and even though Louis has an American accent, he is supposed to be French. And like everybody else has the correct accent for where they're from, just not Louis or his mother. I don't know why.
Mother. Quite the contrast. Wow. The fanatical priest who created the Inquisition. Sends shivers down the spine.
And what I love about looking through people's rooms, not just like finding secrets about them, but like the paintings that are hung in these rooms are for the sole purpose of like screwing with the person. You always play as Louis.
His Holiness Pope Pius VI by Pompeo Petoni. This should help Piaggio feel at home.
Oh, his wiener's out. He's like, yeah, look at my wiener.
Satan summoning his legions. This is rather surprising for the decoration of a cardinal's room.
Michelangelo's David.
John the Baptist, Youth with a Ram, by Caravaggio. A very sensual vision and very far from the usual representations of St. John.
His wiener's out too. I like Caravaggio though.
Venus and Cupid with a Satyr, by Correggio. Innocence, indiscretion, and lechery. Giuseppe must love that. The Lying Girl by Boucher. Here's a painting of mischievous eroticism. I wonder what Piaggio must think of this. Love Triumphant, by Caravaggio.
Another wiener.
Now there's someone for whom the sex of angels is no mystery.
Caravaggio was a really good painter. Really good. But like, wieners everywhere. Wieners. We're searching this.
Amber crystals.
Yes. Anything else in here? It's that one letter. I go out onto the balcony. I can. You have to be skilled to open a drawer. Yeah.
Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
Why is there a painting outside? There are also different ways to approach situations. Like, I chose to put more points into like occult knowledge. So that gives me like subterfuge and manipulation and stuff like that. But you could be more political. And all of the characters that you interact with, they have a trait that they're like immune to. Like if you try that skill with them, it just won't work. And they have stuff that they're vulnerable to. I can't look at this painting. Do they get pissed? They do get pissed. Like, there's a judge that is immune to questioning because he's a judge. So that makes sense. And I completely forgot who I was dealing with, and I chose the questioning skill thing, and he was like, "Rawr!" And then he, like, yeah, didn't like me very much. Oh, what's this?
Let's have a look at his personal papers.
Yes, let's.
Of course. It's in Latin, the language of the church.
Wait, I have linguistics. I have linguistics.
All those hours of learning Latin declensions are going to pay off in the end. Mother will be proud. Now this could be interesting. Let's say a sancte, various representation criteria, of which are shown the most common throughout the centuries, and in different forms. If Piaggi's notes are anything to go by, the weapon I'm looking for is shaped like a tapered spear. And that should help me identify it.
So not a leaf shape. Okay. That is good to know.
The Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
So at the moment I am looking for the Holy Spear. Like the spear that Longinus stabbed Jesus with. And there are many spears here. It's called the Holy Lance. The Holy Lance. Where is this guy? Maybe in the dining hall? Oh, that's what it's called. Okay. Spear of Destiny. I've never heard of that. Yeah, let's go downstairs and see if he's in the dining hall, because apparently he is big into gluttony. He is always eating. I love all these paintings being here. It makes 0 sense for them to be here, but I love seeing them. Ah, no, no, no. Alright, look at map. Ah, dining hall. Back this way. Is what a clue. The painting?
Saturn devouring his son. Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
Yeah, according to Mother, he switches bodies when his human host is too old. And me being the youngest dude here, yeah, I feel like that's what I'm in for. Like the movie The Key with Hoodoo. There he is. I knew he was gonna be here. Let's look at the view. I have not. This game is so pretty. What you doing?
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis. Please, leave me alone.
I
What
beg your pardon?
What you
Leave me
doing?
alone.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the Lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
You are not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I heard you speak to Mr. von Wollner about it, and I was wondering if you could tell me something about it.
That was a private conversation. How could I have known that he was listening to us?
What?
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it. Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you alright?
Are you gonna jump?
Your Eminence, are you with me? Can you turn
Don't
around?
jump.
What do you want to know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
Your Eminence, turn around.
What it
This
looks
is the
like.
weapon used by a Roman
It just-
centurion on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Right, yeah.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Yes.
Please.
As you wish.
Why'd you just wipe your nose?
His nose is bleeding.
So you are looking for the Holy Lance of Longinus, are you?
Yes. He's weak to manipulation.
No, I was wondering about it myself.
Oh, Louis. It's even worse than I thought. I believe you when you say you've only come to find out more. But in that case, it means that Sarah didn't even tell you the point of it all. Because, believe me, you are looking for it. You are looking for the lance. You should
Right.
know, you are not the only one. Lord Mortimer has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it.
So you know he's evil.
before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
No.
No, you are the first I've spoken to about it, Your Eminence.
Come now, Louis. Are you quite sure of that?
Yes? My mother.
Yes, my mother knows about it.
Of course, Sarah. Who else?
No one, that's
No
all.
one else.
What are you going to use the lance for, exactly?
Fuck if I know. I can't. God. I'll tell him the truth.
If I told you why I needed this lance, you would never believe it.
Trust me, you can tell me anything.
It's our only chance to vanquish the demons.
Oh shit, it worked.
Oh, Louis, you sound just like Sarah. Do you realize you are following the same path, step by step? Sarah also started by imagining things. She too spoke of demons, I am told. She could no longer speak to anyone, and saw a hidden monster in every guest, lurking in the shadows, ready to devour her. You must let us help you. Louis, I thank you for your sincerity. I shall answer you about Longinus.
Yeah, the confrontations, that was a confrontation. Sometimes you can screw up twice. Yeah, sometimes it only gives you one chance. Like there's one confrontation where a character is about to kill themselves, and you only get one chance. If you screw up that chance, they die.
You deserve to be told. His spear-headed lance did indeed pierce the side of the Messiah. His blood gushed out, covering the head of the lance. It was covered in the blood of Christ.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Eminence.
You are welcome. Be careful, Louis. You are on a perilous path. Don't follow Sarah's demons, my boy. Don't delve too deeply into her delusions.
Oh, dude.
You won't be able to come back.
We're
The
beyond
demons
that.
that she's frantically trying to drive away are in her own mind.
No.
Take good care of yourself. God keep you.
It's seriously, like, I figured out that Mortimer was somehow immortal before Mom even told me. Okay. Possible information sources. Specialists in esotericism, artistic depictions, sacred texts. I know that there, in one of the rooms, there was a painting of Longinus stabbing Jesus. I don't remember which room. Specialist in esotericism. Well, he was talking about the lance with von Volner, so maybe he knows something. That is Napoleon. You can't go in there. Von Boner. Yes, von Boner. No, von Volner. Manuel Godoy. Von Boner. That is my room. Piaggi. George Washington. That's a neat effect. Light on the floor. That room we don't talk about, it's a mess. Johann von Wollner.
It seems like he isn't here.
God dang it. Where is he? Oh, what's this?
Look, a blotter. And apparently it's been used recently. I wonder what Wollner was going to write. It's smudged. It's not all legible. I can make out the signature though, and leave as if planned
How can I show what's written?
It's illegible. Let's see if I can find a solution in Wollner's things here. Given his interest in alchemy, I wouldn't be surprised if I found something that revealed what's written somewhere in his room.
Pick it up.
What a mess. Looks like Wollner was interrupted.
Oh, he's got chalk.
Looks a lot like straw. And he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet. Straw on his desk. As if to protect something fragile. Yes. Someone must have packed something away here.
Look at the sketches.
I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before.
Yeah, it's the icon for the game. I have it on my desktop. Recognize those symbols.
I've seen occult inscriptions like this before. They're not very common. As a matter of fact, I've only seen them once before, around the Lock of Al-Azif.
Hey, Ronnie. Johann, I know you were trying to find out what happened to Elizabeth, but it's getting out of hand now. Your escapade on the continent cost me enough as it is. I know it hasn't been easy for you, leaving Elizabeth confined in her room for a month so she doesn't bump into Sarah. But to run away, without warning, I had to lie to cover you, Johann. Act as if you arrived separately, only a few days ago, and persuade William to do the same with his guests. I demand that you come to your senses and take hold of yourself. I asked you to fetch something so we can get it off the island. Not to study it in a vain hope of acquiring power. Not for you to study it in a vain hope of acquiring power, I guess it's supposed to say. It won't give you any answers. Let me be clear on that. At most, we run the risk of losing it again. So for the last time, please go and leave it at the agreed place. I can confirm that someone will pick it up immediately. Gregory. So he moved to the Al-Azif. I'm doing well, Ronnie. I know what it's about.
What you recovered for me. It must be about the Al-Azif.
Mm-hmm.
Wollner told me that he'd managed to find it.
Alright, I'll do it. Landing stage.
Right. So Wollner is going to leave Al-Azif at the landing stage by the pier.
A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol.
Reach!
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Anything else to look at here?
Chemistry set.
Chemistry
That's
set.
not surprising coming from von Wollner. So, let's see what Volner has in his bookcase.
Inspect the books, understand the titles of the books, analyze the works. We'll go with the occult option.
A few works on religions, 2 scientific essays about human thought. Most of these works are on alchemy. Longini Militis Fabulum. Ah, what have we here?
It looks like a kind of biography on Longinus the Centurion.
Ooh!
Truly, Volner has done everything he can to get information about that lance.
I'd better keep this one, though.
Yes, keep. Oh, hi.
Derichet?
Damn, that's all I need. Maybe he knows something about the lance.
What are you doing in my room?
What is he? He is immune to occultism, so do not use occultism on him. The lances.
Well, sir, I see you have some captivating books, and you seem to be rather interested in the famous Longinus.
No, it's... what's it to do with you?
I overheard you speaking with Piaggi. What are you two up to exactly?
No, Oh, fine. Yes.
Yes.
We are looking for the Holy Lance. That imbecile has given Mortimer all the ones kept in the private collection of the Holy See. But it's not what you think. Hang on a minute. You're the one looking for the lance.
No.
Wait,
Don't
no, but...
take me for a fool. You are looking for the Holy Lances.
I mean, I'm only looking for the right one. What are you so afraid of? Pretend not to.
I'm not looking for the lances of Longinus von Volner. I'm looking for the lance of Longinus. The one that pierced Christ's side.
You are playing with fire.
Don't take it the wrong way. I'll leave you all the copies. Don't worry about that.
Good answer. What are you playing at, Richet? Mortimer's the one who has that cursed lance.
How long have you been looking for it?
Ah, I see. You want it, and so you plan to steal it from Mortimer.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Why, you little swine! You're planning to give it to Sir Gregory.
No.
You're looking to double-cross me and Piaggi too.
What on earth is he talking about?
No, you jackass. For you, Volner, make up for Piaggi's mistakes. Ow.
All right, calm down. I don't give a damn about getting you and Sir Gregory's bad books. Look at yourself, goddammit, you're ridiculous.
Shut it! Don't think you're going to fool me so easily. If you're not looking for
Whoops.
the lance,
Oh, God.
Sir Gregory,
Oh,
then
God.
why do you want it?
Mr. von Volner, would you be so kind as to calm yourself down, please? All I'm trying to do is make amends for His Eminence's errors. Sir Gregory should surround himself with better people, if you want my opinion, but Piaggi is a friend of my mother's.
What? You want to help Piaggi?
I just
Yeah, for
told you
sure.
That's what my mother would do if she was here. I heard you in the corridor, and he seemed to be in serious trouble because of the lances. I'm only trying to help him.
Oops.
All right, Louis. I thought you were trying to manipulate me, but please.
Definitely
Excuse
not.
I got a little bit carried away. But you can't get ahead by staying in the shadows on a case like this. There are already several of us searching for the Lance of Longinus. And it would be smarter to pool our information.
Unfortunately, I've barely made any progress. I'm still trying to find out what the original lance really looked like.
Let me reassure you, we've all been there, given the number of copies there are in existence. It also took us quite some time to discover its true shape. Many believe the central part of the head of the lance to be covered in gold, whereas, in truth, its center is made of an alloy of copper and iron.
That does make sense. In those times, a centurion wouldn't have any chance of possessing a lance made of gold.
Exactly.
That is the perversion of Christian idolatry. A copper lance
Uh-oh.
would not have been noble enough to pierce the side of Christ.
Anyway, thank you, sir.
You're
The
welcome.
lights just flashed.
Be posted as to your research. We're bound to end up recovering it.
I'm counting on it. See you later. I managed to get the biography of Longinus the Centurion. Let's see what it can teach me. An interesting passage here tells me that the lance is engraved with the symbol of the first Christians, the fish.
Hey. I want to find that painting though. I wonder about my room. Hey,
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
dang it. I know I saw that painting like early in the game, so maybe it was in my room. There's another painting of Saturn devouring his son.
Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall.
So, yeah, that's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. What this?
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures, more to his guests. Very jolly.
Not in my room. What's this?
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me.
Oh, that's the note that I got, like at the beginning of the game.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Where was that painting, though? Well, there's the aftermath of Jesus being stabbed. Maybe it was downstairs, like in the portrait gallery or something. But I know there is a painting of Longinus stabbing Jesus. That's great. Pick up this royal jelly. Where is the portrait gallery? Should be through here. I'm about to just Google where that damn painting is. Whoa. This is... Oh, we're back at the dining hall, where there are paintings of food. And also butterflies. Who is this lady?
Romney painted Lady Hamilton as Circe.
Where would it be? There's only one painting in here, and it's this creepy guy.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms. Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
I can't go through the door. Why are there so many Davids? There are Davids, like, everywhere. Yeah, I'm Googling where that painting is. Okay. So apparently there is a statue of Longinus here also that I can look at. This guy's sweeping like has not been there before now. And it's bothering me that I can't talk to him.
St. Longinus. Let's take a closer look at his lance.
Observe the lance.
It's shaped like a leaf, like the real lance, maybe. How can I be sure?
Mortimer is a deceiver. Yeah, if he knew what the real lance looked like, then he would have the real lance. So obviously that is not what the real lance looks like.
No, this is too easy. Mortimer's trying to throw me off the track again. It seems too visible to be true. Impossible not to see the statue on first glance, given its size. And Mortimer has no interest in making the shape of the true lance so easy to see.
Where's the painting? I have no idea. Oh well. It probably isn't going to tell me much anyway. Because, again, if Mortimer knew what the real lance looked like, he would have the real lance. So. I bet it's at the broom. I don't think it's the broom. Oh, that's the dining hall. I need to go. Where do I need to go? Can I get outside through the small salon? Nope. I guess I have to go through. Through the dining hall. Well, Piaggi's not gonna jump anymore, I guess. Totally thought he was gonna jump. I can get out through here. Yeah. And it is right where I need to be. Oh, not quite. Never mind, scratch that. It was not right where I need to be. God damn it. There we go. Fun fact, to open this giant door to this weird cavern, I had to solve this puzzle and stick my hand in that hole, and if I had gotten the puzzle wrong, it would have cut my hand right off. Yep, super fun. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. The lance that I want is this way. Couldn't hide the fact that you tried the puzzle then. Yeah. Apparently my mother had tried it before me and she lost a hand. I think the one that I want is this one.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear.
Mm-hmm.
The blade is partially coated in copper.
Yeah.
I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
The Eye of Ra. That's wrong. Well, I need one that's shaped like that, but doesn't have the Eye of Ra, because obviously the Eye of Ra has no place in Christian mythology. I don't want none of those leaf spears. That's a leaf spear. What about this one?
This lance has got a blade in the shape of a spear.
Mhm.
Its blade is in iron or steel, I think.
Okay.
I can make out a rising sun engraved on the tip.
A rising sun.
This sarcophagus has been ravaged by time. It's sort of ageless, I guess. It's entirely sculpted.
Decipher, try to understand. I'll do the one that doesn't cost anything.
Is this the tomb of a king? Judging by all the sculpted symbols of power, this is really ancient. The inscriptions are all eroded. I don't know what those marks mean, but maybe a stone or epitaph.
Alright, fine, I'll decipher.
These symbols, these grooves, cuneiform script. This is humanity's oldest alphabet, the language of Babel. Sadly, no one today even knows how to decipher it. There's also some text engraved beneath in ancient Greek, Sargon.
That is royal jelly, and I will pick it up. Alright, what about this one?
We can see that this lance has a particular spear shape.
Uh-huh.
It is coated in gold.
Ugh.
You can distinguish the symbol of the fish engraved on the tip, barely noticeable.
It's gold. I don't want that one. No gold. I already looked at that one. That is a leaf spear. We don't want any leaves, and we don't want gold. That is Devil's Thorn, which I am full up on. Are there any spears over here?
Amber.
Ooh, amber. That is a leaf spear. Where are you, spear? already looked at that one. Oh. That one is a leaf shape. Leaf shape. Oh wait, did I look at both of these?
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and
That's the Eye
I
of
can just
Ra.
make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
I don't want this one. I don't think I looked at this one though.
I can see this lance has a spear shape,
Uh-huh.
whose copper rim,
Copper.
and it has been engraved
And
with
the
symbol of
fish.
a Christian fish on the tip.
That is... Why is there Power Rangers in this game? That was Kim Possible. That's my ringtone. That was Twitch inviting me to TwitchCon in San Diego. I think this is the one.
I must be sure of my choice. I cannot get it wrong. Am I absolutely sure this is the one to take?
Choose this lance. Ah. That was definitely Kim Possible. Not Power Rangers. Although they do sound similar. I got the spear. I got the spear. And now I'm a GTFO this island. GTFO before I get my body stolen. Oof. Power Possible. Kim Rangers. I've chosen the Lands of Longinus. Woo! I have not found all the clues enabling me to identify the Lance of Longinus. I did not find all the copies of the Lance of Longinus kept by Lord Mortimer. No, I skipped those because they weren't the right ones. And I just kind of discerned which one was the right one through the information that I was given and my own logic. So, fuck you, game. 4 skill points. Linguistics seems very, very useful lately. And I feel like agility will probably be useful also.
I'm already pressed for time as it is. Mother's waiting for me on the wharf.
Yeah, let's go. I don't have anything to equip. I apparently didn't find all of those notes. Whoop.
de Richet, sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow. What's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur. I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
He scared the bejesus out of me.
This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question.
Yes, Napoleon scared me.
I just surprised Biaggi and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer.
What?
Give me
No.
what you took from him immediately.
No,
Let's
dude.
keep
What are you
calm,
talking
please. I
about?
don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick.
Yeah, for real. Hit him. Make him see sense.
I don't know what you're going on about, and I don't have time for this right now.
Don't bank on getting rid of me so easily,
Uh-oh.
de Richet. Where have you been?
Was looking for my mother.
I'm still looking for my mother, if you can believe it. I've been in the
Yeah.
manor basement to check if she might have gone lost.
And did you find her?
No, not a trace.
I'm warning you, de Richet. I have got my eye on you. I'll soon figure out what you are up to. And I am convinced that you have indeed robbed Mortimer. The game is up. Give me what you took from him.
You know, this is becoming an obsession with you.
Show me what you are carrying, or I will call the servants.
Give him another rare object. Give him a rare manuscript. Here. Encyclopedia.
Very well.
You can have that.
Fair is fair. You've exposed me. Here. This is what I took from him. Look, I'm sorry. I acted on a bizarre impulse.
I don't know either, and frankly, you have disappointed me. That said, it is not as bad as I thought it would be. Right. We'll leave it there. I'm glad that things have been cleared up.
So, are we finished here?
Indeed we are. I shall leave you.
That's right. Go play somewhere
Yeah.
else.
Go play
See you
somewhere
later.
else. Bye, Felipe.
Come on. I have to hurry up and join my mother at the wharf now.
Oh God. Freaking Napoleon. Jesus. Well, I know what I'm using as the thumbnail for this video now. My face when Napoleon popped up out of nowhere. Oh boy.
Ah, Louis.
Hi.
Timing.
As luck would have it.
What's
Come, little boy.
what's
I would
up?
like to have a word with you.
Oh boy. I'd really rather not. Alright.
Come closer, please.
No, you'll
It's
take my
time to have a
body.
little Chat.
What's wrong, my lord? Tell me. What's with all the bodyguards?
Yeah.
Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived.
Oh,
I see
boy.
you running all over the grounds in search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road.
The wrong road?
Louis, Sarah has made her own choices of her own free will, and I would like for you to have the same chance. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis.
Yeah, I bet.
am aware of her theory. About me, about Gregory, about the demons. She's right. Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191. For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
So he just up and told me. What? How many of you are there?
Lucifer, the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels. Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1,000,000 of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say? You can't choose your family. But it is very difficult to know exactly how many of us there are because a large number of our kind remain hidden or never reveal themselves even to us.
Since when have the demons been among us?
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
Oh, I don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
Speak about certain historical events.
If I follow you, you must have witnessed some of the greatest moments in history.
You could certainly say that, yes.
Whoa. That was a cat.
Did you know ancient Egypt?
Oh, yes, yes. We were gods on earth in those days.
What did men call you then?
Amenhotep IV.
The 10th pharaoh of the 18th dynasty?
Ooh, I see you're a connoisseur, Louis. Impressive.
Did you know ancient Greece?
In many ways, yes. One day Pericles, the next Parmenides. Just the memory of
He was
tireless men
Pericles.
working on acoustics with Pythagoras. Well, it moves me quite deeply, to tell the truth.
Pericles. He's the one who brought Athens to its golden age, isn't he?
In a way, yes.
He established democracy and then died during an epidemic. It wasn't so long after his 2 sons passed away. Isn't that right?
Excuse me, Louis. I would rather not relive any more of that, if you don't mind.
Ancient Rome?
Did you experience ancient Rome?
Oh, yes. Luxury and decadence, Louis. My family did indeed reign supreme, but from this period I retain only the works of my friend, Marcus Vitruvius Pollio.
You seem to be fascinated by Christ. You weren't him, were you?
Oh, no. No, not at all. He was my father, though. Strange as it seems.
I beg your pardon?
Wait, what?
Am I dreaming? Ugh, please tell me I'm dreaming.
We should have the chance to talk about all that again later, but yes, he was my father. All the mythology surrounding Jesus of Nazareth really stems from my father's prideful need to show himself among men.
I've noticed that you have a passion for the Crusades.
Among other things, yes. Mainly the third. It was during the siege of St. Joan of Arc that I took possession of Lord Mortimer.
And you've never changed skins or bodies?
Skins?
I have used other envelopes, but only to carry out very short tasks. Apart from that, indeed, I have been able to retain the identity of William Alexander Mortimer throughout the centuries.
Do they manipulate thoughts?
And you truly have the power to manipulate the thoughts of men.
That's right. Every demon has the capacity to infiltrate the minds of men and to read and steer their thoughts.
To what end?
What do you do with this power?
We help them, of course.
What do you mean?
And how is it you help men exactly?
Let's just say that without us, man would probably never have left his cave. Fire, the wheel, tools, writing. We are the spark that inspires man to search, to grow, to evolve.
Can you tell me more about your capacities, your supernatural powers?
Supernatural? From my point of view, they are perfectly natural. But Louis, just because the monkey does not fly, doesn't mean that we should consider the bird a supernatural creature. We are all part of a grand design. We are simply made like this. By developing our art, we are able to read thoughts as well as write in the minds of men. It is possible for us to make them bow to our desire, but it doesn't work without leaving some scars.
Uh-huh. Other questions. How can I believe him? Why tell me all this? What's happening with my mother? What are their intentions regarding men? What exactly is a demon? That's a good one.
How would you qualify your species scientifically?
Good question. What is your area of expertise?
Philosophy, physics, biology. Philosophy, physics, or biology. Let's just say, like, biologically, what the hell are you?
I would say biology.
So, I would class demons along with parasites.
The comparison's not very flattering. You
No,
live
it's
inside
not.
a host and you feed on that host. Do you not?
A large number of parasites are essential to the survival of their bearer, you know. We do indeed choose a host. We enter inside them, and we evolve with them. But if you prefer a more philosophical approach, or a more poetical one, consider us as an idea. We are an idea that penetrates the human spirit. But in fact, in no way are we a danger for our hosts. Quite the contrary, we strengthen them.
What are their intentions?
What are the demons' projects for humanity?
Our aim has long since been to protect humanity from itself. On the other hand, although we give them the impulse to succeed, we don't all agree as to the path they take to achieve it.
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
That must have upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer at that time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book. We spent many years together until I revealed my true nature to her.
Was it the Al-Azif?
The old book was Al-Azif, wasn't it?
Did she speak about it?
Not so long ago, yes.
Indeed, it was already Al-Azif. She wanted to unlock the secrets.
Why tell me all this?
But why me?
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm coming to that. Don't worry.
Okay. How can I believe you?
Why should I trust you?
I'm not asking you to, Louis. If you are still in doubt about the demons, I can assure you that won't last long.
Cool. I'm not gonna say that he's the devil, because that's just rude.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you open your eyes. Come.
To what?
Listen, see.
After you.
What? Why a conference instead of imposing your will on us? Was Von Borchert working for you? Is there a connection with Elizabeth?
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
And so...
It was you who killed her.
The child was already condemned, Louis. My father would never have let her be. I had to pass inside her mind and, yes, make her take her own life. Trapped between the unyielding control of my father and your mother's terrible treatments, I wouldn't wish a life like that on anyone. Would you?
So neither my mother nor Peru were ever guilty. You just gave me the runaround with that whole investigation.
Now don't take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I was obliged to keep up appearances so that Gregory wouldn't suspect me. And it enabled me to size you up, Louis.
So, she actually did have a demon. Here I was thinking that girl just had, like, epilepsy and they were treating her like she had a demon inside her. She actually did. Cool. I mean, not cool. Because it's not cool to have a demon inside you, but yeah. Was Von Borchert working for you?
So, Von Borchert, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What, you mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of Von Borchert. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right.
If you could manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world. Now, whenever one of us wanted to propose a major change between these countries, they summon the demon in question and initiate a conference. The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to be persuasive, but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game.
Yeah, it's a game.
Isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, you stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
How do they decide on global policy?
But how do you agree on global policy?
Locally, we often have competing interests, and sometimes we start wars between men which are linked to our disagreements. Most of the time, our father steps in and gives directives, which my family follow to the letter. Indeed, in my opinion, it is high time we moved on.
What do you mean?
I mean that a new era must begin. The old monarchic regimes are outdated, and it's time to evolve.
So, down with monarchy is what you're saying.
I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis.
I mean,
Come, I've something to show you.
There is one question that remains to be answered. Why me?
yeah, why me?
Tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
No. He needs the support of the Order. He needs me. Well, obviously he needs me. I think he wants my body.
I mean, it's obvious you want me on your side, but that doesn't explain why
Oops.
you're telling me all these truths.
Louis, this conference is indeed of capital importance to me. And yes, I
Discovered
want you
his
on
immunity.
my side. But that's not the main reason that compels me to confide in you.
What is it then?
Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me, you are one of us, Louis.
Wait, why,
You
what?
too are a demon.
Are you serious?
Hold up.
Know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow. Have you ever had any visions?
No. Stop it. It's
Have you
absurd.
never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body without knowing why?
Oh god.
Just asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you.
What do you
What?
mean?
Louis. I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your mother.
What?
What?
Sorry you had to find out this way, Louis. But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no. No, it's not possible.
You are my son.
Why, no.
Not too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
Yeah?
You can say that again.
For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But
Oh,
all in
God.
good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon,
What?
I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
Oh.
What do
You really don't have to
Open
do
your
that.
mind, my son. Relax.
Oh,
You
God.
hold immense power. It's already there, inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind.
No!
Hear my voice.
He's doing the
Feel
thing!
vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now
Doesn't work
breathe.
like that. Magical tech.
A sound.
I think it auto-saves, like, after
That's right.
everything.
Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers. Words. Mixed voices.
I mean,
Focus on one of
he does have a point about the visions. I have
sense a
been
strange-
having visions.
Some words are clear, but
Hey, DJ Terrence.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
Holy crap.
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if you need to know something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
So, a thought just popped into my head when I finally found Mom here. She was like, no, why are you here? All is lost. So, yeah, this is probably why. Yup. But I would break their spirit, wouldn't I? But it would be a violation of their privacy. Yeah, it would.
But it'd be a violation of their most intimate thoughts, wouldn't it?
To begin with, there's nothing obliging you to do it. You already had the ability without even knowing it. I just gave you the option of putting it into practice if you want. Moreover, it would be wrong to evoke morality here. Every species is different, Louis, and this is the way we are made. That's all there is to it. You are free to use this talent or not. And what's more, it will be up to you to decide what to do with the thoughts you read. That is where the values of right and wrong do come into play. There are also a few rules you need to know that govern this talent when used between ourselves. You can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Home?
Yes, the old grump is touchy, and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
Thoughts reading. You are now able to hear the superficial thoughts of your interlocutors. interlocutors? I don't know. Each use of mind reading costs 1 essence point. I can't talk. You can earn 1 back when confronted to an immunity, 2 by exploiting a vulnerability, and 3 by consuming a devil's thorn. Well, I was just told that it's very rude to read the mind of another demon, so I'm not going to.
You're right. I need to go now.
I'm not calling you father.
See you later, Lord Mortimer.
One more thing.
One
If you
more
want to know
thing.
the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she
Rue des
disemboweled
Martyrs.
your mother to steal you from me.
Oh my god.
It's not that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
I'll grab that. It's a golden elixir. Okay. So that's cool. I was stolen as a baby, and I'm a demon. Awesome. Emily?
Emily, what are you doing here? You wouldn't have seen... Mother?
No.
No, what's happened? No, Mother! No!
She's ruined my life, Louis. I am sorry.
What were you thinking?
Emma meant everything to me. Your mother destroyed everything by shooting her. She was me, and I was her.
Sarah's not the one who killed Emma. I had to speak to her. I'm gonna read her mind.
Dear God, I beg you, make him kill me. I've had enough of it all. I no longer have the strength in me.
I don't... No, I'm not gonna kill her. This is Emily. She had a twin sister and hid the fact that she had a twin sister so that they could, like, be in 2 places at once and be spies and stuff. But the sister was like, I'm Emily now. And Emily was like, no, and shot her. We're gonna use logic. Wait, what is she? She is, oh, she is immune to logic, immune to questioning. She's vulnerable to psychology. I'm not gonna kill her.
I needed to talk to her. She was going to tell me everything.
I am sorry. I did what Emma would have done.
Get out of here. Why have you always lied to me? Why didn't you ever tell me I was his son?
Oh, I could have... Oh, damn it. I could have saved her. Well, she's not the only one I could have saved. I don't have any more manuscripts.
Rational open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies.
Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse.
I'm gonna say it's a curse.
Frankly,
Because I don't like
I feel
it.
like I'm cursed. I hope I'll be able to control this new skill, otherwise my life will be hell. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute.
There always do. Magical Tech, you should get this game and you should play it evil. And if you want to see like the rest of my playthrough, I'm going to be putting it up on YouTube. Because I'm actually on, I'm on episode 4 now. And it's a pretty long game, actually.
Sir Gregory?
Hi.
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis.
He is quite
Knowing
ugly.
William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
How long have we been in existence? How many are there in the family? Is there a family head? Why does Mortimer rebel? I am not going to try to read his thoughts because apparently that is rude.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Latest sibling? Me? Or is he jealous?
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
Why brothers and sisters? Are there any other families?
Well, tell me then. Are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we are the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Huh. How long?
How long has our family been in existence?
We have been here since the very beginning.
What do you mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Let us not insist, then. You yourself weren't very convinced by the question, it seems.
I see. there is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand, regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help, and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
I don't want to call him my father. He's right, though.
But if your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you, less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. We are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
That's more like despotism. Or I understand.
Yes, I understand, but that's more like tyranny, isn't it?
Well, it's all a question of your point of view.
Of course
From
it is.
Man's point of view, I can understand how he would have that impression if ever he found out. But don't forget your true nature. From the demon's point of view, in other words, ours, letting man do as he thinks fit would equate to letting him race to his own demise.
But
That's
what
very
about
true,
man's freedom to
actually.
choose?
That is man's worst enemy, Louis. Imagine a creature that dies without reaching the age of adulthood. It remains a child. We have to help him, otherwise he will put himself in danger. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Is he in danger? Am I in danger? Is this an invitation to follow you?
Are you trying to warn me that I'm in danger?
That, Louis, will be up to you to choose. Most of all, make sure you don't pick the wrong side. William has had all the time he needs to think about this. You do not. I'm sorry to say this, but this first choice might well be of capital importance to your future. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
I am supposed to join Mortimer in his study, but I think that I am going to have some fun reading minds before I do that. Oh, you're not in here. Oh, here's Piaggi.
His Holiness awaits my report.
Talk to me.
I haven't the time.
Dang it. Oh, there's George Washington.
Louis, busy as always, I see. How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
That's the least you can say. I haven't the time.
I get the impression we're all in the same boat.
And here I was thinking you might have some juicy gossip.
And yourself, anything to tell?
Me? No, nothing at all. And you?
I would like to be able to say yes, but it's been dead quiet. The only one with anything to say is Duke Manuel. But with that accent of his, I don't understand a word he says. It's exasperating.
Right. I've wasted enough time. I'll keep our conversation to myself, Mr. President. Anyway, I must be going now.
See you later, Louis.
He's not the only one you'll probably recognize. We got Napoleon. Yeah. We got Manuel Godoy. So. Can I talk to you now?
Pardon me, monsieur.
God dang it. No, I can't go in there. This is what I get for joining in so late. Oh, you're in luck, sir. Because I am branching into YouTube. Like, I'm actually recording my streams now and putting them on YouTube. So.
Emily, can I come in?
No, it's not a good time. Not right now. Leave me alone.
Insist.
I can tell from your voice that there's something wrong. Let me in. We have to talk, Emily.
I said no, goddamn you.
I'm coming in anyway. Why are you in your underwear?
You've been drinking. Why aren't I surprised?
Hi, Duke.
Do you think you'll find the solution in alcohol?
Get out of here, Louis. I told you not to come in.
How far will her anger go? She'll pay one day.
First your sister, now my mother? How far will your anger go?
Do you really think I'm not suffering? You know nothing. You understand nothing.
On the contrary, everything that goes on in here is much bigger than you and me. You made your choices and now you're going to have to take responsibility for them. Look, I must tell you something important. Emily, listen to me.
I'm fed up with talking.
It's about what's happening here. It's about Mortimer and Home.
I know they are demons.
That's not all.
Go on.
She knows.
I'm one of them, Emily. I'm a demon too.
I know.
But
she knows.
But how?
Sir Gregory stopped by to tell me. He wanted to bid me welcome.
I don't understand.
Welcome to the family.
What?
You? You're his daughter?
Mortimer's daughter, Louis.
That makes you my sister?
Yes.
Oh.
Just the thought of the night when I suggested that we... I feel so ashamed, Louis. And that means Emma is your sister too.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
I spent the night with my own sister?
I was attracted to you.
We definitely banged.
Spoke on the boat. Now I understand why. Do you realize what that means? I'm a monster.
Well, I mean...
I am one as well. When I think of my feelings for you, that feeling...
It hurts all of a sudden.
She's there. I can feel her inside me. She's trying to read my thoughts. Emily, don't do that. Get out of my mind, please. Let me remind you that it's forbidden between demons.
Sorry, Louis. I didn't want to.
I have a sister.
It's very strange for me too. A sister for a brother.
Yes.
Yes. I must get some rest. I must ask you to leave me now.
All right, but don't finish that bottle.
Don't start now. I would like to get some sleep.
I'll be
Okay,
leaving you.
can you like put your pants on,
Thank you,
please?
Emily.
Oh God. That ass. Uh-huh. Okay, so we banged our sister. So yeah. Oh God. What do we do now? Join Mortimer in his study. Yeah, I guess I can do that. I didn't want to play evil. Yeah, I still have that Holy Lance that I spent so much time getting, and now I don't know what to do with it because my mother's dead.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice. You must have been disappointed not to have been able to speak to Sarah one last time. I would have liked her to tell you herself.
Well, I guess I'll never know now.
True. Even so, there is one more thing I haven't told you about her. Sarah was my daughter.
What?
What?
But why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say.
Overwhelmed, intrigued, relieved, anxious. I'm gonna go with overwhelmed.
Confused about everything? I have to admit, it's been a lot to take in such a short amount of time.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
Spoke to me about you. He spoke to me about your father. Change subjects. He is worried for you. I mean, you can be overwhelmed and you can be underwhelmed. I don't believe you can ever just be whelmed.
I think he's worried about you.
Worried? Marvelous. That's just like him. You know, in a family like ours, we all have a role to play. And his is to worry about everyone else. Let me reassure you, there's no reason for him to worry about me.
Oh, what about your role and my role?
And what would my role be in all of this?
That's for you to decide. I'm not trying to force you, Louis. I have high hopes for you, but the decision remains yours to make. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
Yeah, is that your project?
So that's your project.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Horrible, it's immoral. Have you any other examples? What is my YouTube channel? I'm gonna send it to you. Well, I'll just link it in chat for everybody who is here. That is my YouTube channel. I have a few videos up of like some horror games that I played. Obviously the council videos are much longer. They take longer to render and longer to upload, so.
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
Thank you, sir. Slavery.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as a workforce.
Okay.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote.
Hear,
Look,
hear.
at the moment, they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today, we are wasting too much time.
Religions.
What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, Look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives as they really are, without any moral judgment.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not.
I would love to be liberated from
creates
burdensome
both the
chores.
desire and the
Like,
need.
for real.
It will liberate women.
I need a Roomba.
As soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the Cultural Revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach. Otherwise, man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits. And it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we.
Thank
Wouldn't
you.
like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean?
Why did my
Yes, us.
notifications
Us
get
species.
reset?
I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. But humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are.
Well, thank you, Nick Sims, for sub. I am gonna have to look at my alerts and see why it played the standard. Oh, YouTube. YouTube. Oh, Duke, thank you. I'm gonna have to turn off notifications for YouTube. Let me do that real quick. YouTube. Or can I do that? I don't know. I'll play with it later. It's still manipulation, or why not after all? It's still manipulation.
I understand your goal, but the change you propose is not really a significant one. It is merely more smoke and mirrors.
You must understand that we directly depend on men. Consequently, we have to do our utmost to help them progress and to prevent them from killing each other.
Given the number of wars, it doesn't seem to be working. Why not impose peace? Why not teach them to be autonomous? That's a good one. Why not teach them to be autonomous?
What proves that men are unable to evolve without our control?
Look at history. Every time man tries to act on his own, he creates more problems than solutions. You will understand better after a few centuries. Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least.
New skill?
It's about taking control of a person.
How is that possible?
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like A wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
Huh.
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
let's
ready.
Not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
Rig the conference.
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
The real game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play, as well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Okay.
We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes.
Invade.
You're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche.
But how?
Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect.
Light
Go
banter.
now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll
Oh, I've seen it.
Once it's written
I've seen it on his hand.
bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right. I'll take care of it.
Okay. God. I forgot where his room is. That is George Washington. Ah, that's a wall. Here we go.
Ah, well. Louis, what brings
Hi.
you back to my chambers?
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first. It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate. I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence.
Speak to him about demons. Speak to him about politics. Speak to him about the Holy Lance. Speak to him about the conference. Let me see. He is vulnerable to manipulation, immune to erudition. Which neither of those are an option. We'll talk to him about the Holy Lance.
I wanted to thank you for your help. I mean, for your time talking to me about the Holy Lance.
Ooh, found a vulnerability.
Find it? It's the crusade of a lifetime for some people, Louis. You are searching for another Holy Grail.
You're nearly there. Link into his thoughts. Does it annoy you at all?
But what on earth is he trying to get at? Why do you ask, Louis? I don't follow.
For the glory, Your Eminence. I can feel it coming. It's working.
What? Insolence? Why? Really? I am a man of the church, Louis. May God keep me from such ambitions.
Right. Let me in, Your Eminence.
Why?
Oh God.
I've done it. I've done it, damn it. He was right. This is just crazy. I can't believe it. Look at yourself, Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body.
Yeah, he's old.
Let's see about what Mortimer asked me.
Right. Well, it's time I got started. Let's see what I can find here to help me write that letter. I have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes. There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
Read the letters on the desk. Read the first letter. My dear Giuseppe, as my health does not allow me to honor Sir Holmes' invitation to go to Lord Mortimer's, I should be grateful if you would sit at the conference on my behalf. Naturally, you will give my thanks to your hosts, consolidate our agreement with Sir Gregory, and let him know that his venture regarding Cardinal Bishop Chiaramonti is following its course. I have every confidence in you. May God bless and protect you. S.S. Giovanni Angelo Braschi. Yes, do not use your personal stamp when writing to me. Instead, use the one with my motto on it. 12/31/1792, something GJGHFJ. Read the second letter. My dear Giuseppe, I know you are on your way to Lord Mortimer's residence. I hope you have a good trip, even though you are obliged to cross the French countryside, at present very agitated. Know that this mission is crucial, my friend. May God bless and protect you. S.S. Giovanni Angelo Braschi. January 17th, 1793. E.H. HBCF. Put down the letters. We'll choose a stamp first. I am in the body of the cardinal right now. Look at the inscription on the stamp.
Justitia, misericordia e humiltà. Boy, I gotta brush. I think it's in Italian.
Justice, mercy, and humility.
Piaggi once gave me a sealed letter. It had the same seal on it. I remember now.
Okay, so that one is Piaggi's personal stamp. He said not to use that one.
Justitia, misericordia e humiltà.
Oh wait. I already looked at that one. Back. Look at the one on the left.
A circle with a cross inside.
So that... No, we want to look at the one in the middle.
On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini. It's Latin. It blooms in the house of God.
Use this one. Alright. Write a secret code.
There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters they always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo. I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm gonna need to be extremely clever here. Today, the date is 24/01/1793.
Think about the logic of the code. Oh God. 24A 01.
In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the numbers shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
So God, I have no idea. Trying to listen to 4 streams and talk to your daughter. That's fine, Magical Tech. Is EH 17. So, and I think the first letter is going to be A. 1792 and 1793 are both different letters. Yeah, I see that. It looks like they're skipping one set of numbers, and I don't know which ones. So E is 17. So that's definitely correct. But 31 on here is I, not G. I don't see the 01. Or the 93. I have no idea. I might just like... I'm gonna use do without the code.
I could pretend that the code got erased during the voyage, as if the letter arrived in really bad condition. That would be perfectly understandable given that it's traveled across the seas, right?
Yeah, sure. For sure. Alright, choose the contents of the letter.
Let's start writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust.
Discredit Holm, discredit Mortimer, discredit both. I mean, if I had to side with one of them based on what they want for humanity, I would side with Mortimer. But he's still a demon. Well, we're doing it, so...
It turns out, now that I'm here, that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See. There. That should be enough to justify the change of vote.
Finish the letter.
Your Eminence, all ready to send... What's he doing here?
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
That's all I need.
Don't worry, he can't hear us. What do you mean he can't hear us? What's going on here, Piaggi? The old goat is going to drop us. It's a lousy turncoat. Well, he'd better not tell me he just fell asleep.
He's definitely immune to a cult, so I can't tell him you gave Louis a tranquilizer. Say Louis is tired. Tell him Louis has passed out. Yeah, sure, we gave him a tranquilizer or whatever.
Calm down now. Monsieur de Richet came to see me because he was having anxiety attacks and wanted something to help him relax. I'm afraid I've been a little heavy-handed.
You can say that again.
I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is. And there he stays.
You did?
Perfect opportunity.
Duke figured it out.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him.
No, listen, my
Excuse
son.
me?
This is all getting out of hand.
Hogwash! I don't trust him in the slightest.
Why not?
Can you keep the secret?
Sure.
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Ah, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son.
God, does everyone know?
How does he know?
Dear God, how is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough time. What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he?
Only against it. Not in my room.
Committing a crime in my room is out of the question. Think, it will all be on our heads. No doubt about it. I refuse to run the risk.
Right.
Monsieur von Von, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
You must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do it.
I'll tell Holm everything. I'll report it to your king. I'll tell Mortimer you run the risk of getting the conference cancelled.
You can't attack him without running the risk of jeopardizing the conference.
Even though Sir Gregory has the edge?
No. Gregory will never forgive you.
Very well, Piaggi, you win.
I refuse to let you do the first thing that comes into your head.
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
Right. Time for
Bye,
me to get back
bitch.
to my body. Right. Don't just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the Red Salon.
Ooh. Alright, we need to go downstairs. This way.
Am I disturbing you?
Ah, de Richet, congratulations on your efforts with Washington. I see that Sir Gregory was right to trust you.
Thank you.
Oh, while you're here, you wouldn't know who the last guest is, would you?
What do you mean?
Last
I heard
guest?
Sir Gregory speaking about it. A certain Al-Asif something or other.
What?
Obviously not. It's not important. Forget it.
Al-Asif is a book.
It doesn't matter, I'm telling
What?
you. We'll find out soon enough.
No,
I'm
but-
in a hurry right now. I'm waiting for someone. See you later, Louis.
Ask about Al-Asif.
Is Al-Azif to participate in the conference?
That's what I was asking you. As von Wollner mentioned the arrival of this person just before the second conference. Do you know who it is?
No. I thought so for a minute, but the name means nothing to me. Sorry.
It doesn't matter. Something tells me we shall find out soon enough, no?
Certainly. Well,
Okay, bye.
I must be leaving you.
Magical tech. The code is not Freka U Duke. Hi.
So, Louis, what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
Here's your letter. I have to admit, the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
I almost threw up. Can't wait for next time. I had to do it twice. No difficulty.
Well, honestly, my stomach was just turning in circles.
That reminds me of my first time. Ooh, but you did it. Gregory, what can I do for you?
I've just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are free to make your own choices, William. I would like the same for him too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
On the contrary, brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
What do you mean?
What place is that?
At the end of a leash, like all the others.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud. Opening your eyes for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes with another of his grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes. It's his theatrical side.
You can say that again. Say nothing.
How dare you? You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William? When will you learn? It's too bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along. You are so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
And too bad for the consequences. It resembles an autocratic regime. But what's he afraid that Mortimer will do?
You came here to warn me, sir.
No, to advise you.
Advise me against my father. Why?
I think you are capable of deciding for...
You haven't answered my question. Why warn me against my father? What are you afraid he will do to me?
Well, I wouldn't want him to lead you into... I don't know what absurd adventure in which...
You act as though I were...
But I like absurd adventures.
You're trying to pass me off as a villain about to devour him.
That's not funny, William. I won't let him follow you.
You see, Louis? Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what happened to you. You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary.
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force. Consequently, my dear Louis, you're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you in different circumstances.
There you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow their orders to the letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time to decide is now. If you follow William, he will drag you down with him. If, on the other hand, you support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you.
Was the
You
tea
won't be blamed
poisoned?
for your father's errors.
Ah, the masks are off. I offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and shamelessly asks you to betray your own father. That is their true face.
Right. Before I answer, well,
I'd better think it over very carefully. Do I intend to embrace my demon nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them? Or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human?
I kind of want to stay human, honestly.
I was born a man. I grew up as such. Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference. I refuse to let them manipulate humanity the way they do. They're gonna ask me to choose between them. I'll just have to go with the lesser evil of the two. But they better not count on me to keep my word. I'll bring them all down.
Mm-hmm.
So?
Oh god, the tea was poisoned. The tea was poisoned. Join forces with Mortimer or join forces with Holm. Well, I said before that if I had to choose one based on their plans for humanity, I would choose Mortimer, so here we go.
I shall follow my father, Sir Gregory.
Very well. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Please, don't take offense, but I just can't turn my back on him. That said, if he turns his back on me, I won't be slow in sticking a dagger between his shoulder blades.
It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will take place in a few hours. I propose you gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
Come, follow me. It's time for us to get ready.
Hi.
Do you really think we have a chance of winning?
A chance? You don't know me very well, Louis. We are going to win.
But it only takes one person to vote against us, and we'll have lost.
That's true. That's why none of them will. Why? Because I have an asset that they do not.
Which is?
You. My friends, prepare yourselves. The conference is about to resume. The time has come to lay down all our cards.
Falsified a letter for the Pope. Yay! Okay, what haven't I done? Oh, cool. I did all the things. You guys, I think this is the first time that I actually, like, didn't miss anything. Didn't fail anything. I did all of the things. Oh, look at that fat XP. I got 8 points. Holy balls. Okay, that was the end of episode 4. And that is going to be the end of my stream. So I am going to find somebody to raid. Let's see. What are we gonna raid? Let's raid Gilly. Right. You made him evil, so you died? I didn't die. It's just the end of the episode. I got a whole nother episode. I'll probably, I'm gonna start, like, working on the YouTube stuff after I get off here and find something to eat. But thank you guys for hanging out with me, Magical and Duke. I love you guys. Alright, let's go get Gilly.